Morning, everybody. G6 Papa Bear here. It is pretty early on the East Coast. It's about 7:26, 7:30. I wanted to throw out a quick video. Really more so just to try to see if there's anybody that has any ideas to try to throw out some help here for the community to create some awareness. As you can see from my account here, I've got 3 characters, right? One with 30 hours, one with 393 hours, and anybody that knows me knows that I've played way more than that. And the problem is that this character here was deleted. There's a video from a couple of days ago that's up on my channel where it shows the process of where I just lost connection to the server as well as my friends, and all of a sudden, boom, it finally connects to the server again, and when I get back and I go to log in, it takes me back to the original screen where I'm choosing which, whether I want immersive or I want, the normal gaming experience. And after that, it brought me back to level 1. So that character lost all his progress. Ubisoft support does say that they are working on this, so they may fix it for me. My concern, and the reason I'm posting this video, is that actually I've spoken to some people on the forums. One person in particular said that this happened to him. It's happened to him twice already. The first time they were able to restore most of his account. The second time doesn't look so good that they're going to restore it. And then in addition to that, I don't know, I can't give you exact numbers. Let me say between 4 and 5, just to understate it a little bit, subscribers or friends that have told me that it's happened to them or someone that they know. In addition to that, I've got 2 or 3 guys that I've played with where it's happened to them twice. What's happening is, in general, on PS4, you've got a good chance of losing your character. And typically what happens is that there's some kind of error in the system. There's some kind of error on the server. It kicks you out of the game. Whether it be a blue screen, whether it be just a lost connection to Ubisoft servers, whether it be anything. And all of a sudden, when you get back in again, you've lost your account. And it happens to a couple of people. And listen, here's the thing, for the record too. It's not the end of the world for me. I've got another character. I mean, hell, I've got 2 other characters. This other character, as a matter of fact, ironically, I started because my one of my buddies lost his account. Morning, EB. And so out of brotherhood, I said, don't worry about it, bro. You're not alone. You know why? As a matter of fact, I'm going to delete my character. Because this guy had like all kinds of stuff and all kinds of done on him. So I just deleted him and started him from scratch at the same time my buddy started his, and we ranked him up together. Which is just kind of ironic. And then like 2 days later, this happened. So I'm not concerned about me. I've got a character that I can play, and quite honestly, I enjoy playing the game, so to rank it back up again is not the end of the world. It does, however, it kind of sucks to all of a sudden not have any of your progress saved, and so you got to go back and do everything all over again. That can be a little frustrating that everything's not unlocked. Obviously, it's frustrating to go back and do that. To be honest, in the last day or 2, I haven't had a lot of urge to play the game since this happened. And my thought was this: as I go through the forums and I talk to friends and I talk to other people, there's lots of people talking about it, but I don't see a lot of big streamers talking about it because the big streamers are mostly on PC. And I'm quite honestly, I'm throwing this video out there to hope that somewhere and I'm doing it as a live stream because it's just an easier way to upload the video. If I was to make a video first and upload it, it takes forever for it to upload, so this is just a little easier. Plus it gives EB a chance to say good morning, which I appreciate. What's up, bud? But in all sincerity, I just trying to create a little bit of community awareness. If this happens to you, you're not alone, bud. There are a lot of people that this is happening to where they're completely losing their accounts. So What I'm hoping for is somebody who's can wrap their head around it better than I can to come up with a way that we can approach this to either raise awareness, to put more pressure on Ubisoft, to do something, because we're losing players. There's too many people out there that after playing for so long are just finally saying, you know what, I'm done. And they're going to walk away. Because honestly, like, you know, I lost my one character, and it's okay because I've got a second one, but if I lost the second one too, I really can't tell you how I'd feel. I don't know where I'd be with it. I don't know what I would end up doing with it. And part of the reason that I'm concerned as well that Ubisoft isn't taking a stronger stance on this and fixing this is several things. One is that back about a month ago, there was a huge server error, and when that server error happened, lots of people lost their progress and lost their account. What Ubisoft did was they went back in and they rolled everybody that had lost it. They contacted them back to a few days prior, whatever their save was prior, whatever Ubisoft servers save of their character was a few days prior, and so they restored most of their accounts. So you lost a couple of days worth of progress, but no big deal. And let me tell you that from experience, I was admittedly a naughty little boy on Division 2, and when they had one of those power glitch things going on, I was like, what? Get out of here. And I tried it. And along with about 20 of my friends, and ironically, 18 of my friends and I lost our accounts for, I don't know, a week or so, while others didn't. But those of us who did, the important part of it is, those of us who did lose our accounts, not only did we lose our accounts, but Ubisoft rolled our accounts back to a month and a half prior to our progress, and our accounts back a month and a half prior to what they were that day. Which means Ubisoft servers, and let's be honest, Ubisoft servers are Ubisoft servers. Ghost Recon Breakpoint is obviously a different game than what the Division is, but it's still Ubisoft servers, it's still Ubisoft technology, they can still do something similar. They should be able to simply roll people's stuff back, but I'm hearing from several people that they're not doing that, or Ubisoft support is not rolling them back. And again, I want to keep this kind of short. I'm not trying to make a rant here or anything else. I love this game. I have a ball playing this game. I've met some great people playing this game. We enjoy playing this game every day almost. For way too long. It's almost more of a job than a hobby sometimes. We're playing for so long during the day. But that's not cool. To have people lose all the stuff that they put into it and all the work they put into it. That's the whole point of the game, by the way. Right? Isn't it? To rank up your character, to amass a certain amount of money, to amass a certain amount of gear, to do all these things. That's why you play for the amount of time you do. Hell, it says right there on my screen right now, total hours played on the character that I've got my cursor over is 393 hours. The character that was above it was probably closer to, like, I don't even know. It's on my profile, but I would want to say somewhere closer to like 1,500 or 1,600 hours. It was something crazy, because that was my main character I played all the time. And he's gone. Now he says 1 minute played. It's not a good situation. It's not the end of the world, but it's not a good situation. And my concern is that it's happening to a lot of other people who are just saying to hell with it and walking away. There's got to be a way for us to come together as a community to try to get the problem fixed a little bit better, or at least make sure everybody's aware of it, or, as opposed to a single person every now and then contacting Ubisoft support to come up with more information on it. Now, there have been a couple of us that posted up on the Ubisoft forums, but and it's only so effective. So, in the comment section, if anybody has any ideas on how to try to create more awareness for this. I don't know if it's just simply that there's If it's something as simple as if you've had your account, if you've lost your account due to this bug, post in the comments below what happened to you. Maybe that's it. Maybe, a video with a bunch of comments on it from a bunch of different people saying that it happened to them and this is what happened to them. And this was their experience through Ubisoft. Maybe that's enough to get Ubisoft moving? I don't know, guys. I honestly don't know what to do. And again, I'm not looking for help. Ubisoft is trying to help me right now with my main character. We'll see what happens. But I'm more concerned with when I hit matchmaking for PvP, I want some people to play against. I don't want to see the same 6 names over and over again, which we see a lot of that right now. But I want to see people holding their accounts together and people having a good time with it. So I'm trying to do something. Again, this is not a negative video. This is positive, man. I'm trying to find a positive answer to the problem that we have right now, because Ubisoft is not even acting as if it's an issue. And it seems as if it is predominantly a PlayStation issue. So I haven't heard about it happening with anybody with PC or with Xbox. I even had one friend who, when he talked to support told him it's not a problem, it's a PlayStation problem. Which it's obviously not a PlayStation problem. It's something in the code that Ubisoft wrote for the PlayStation version of the game that's happening on and causing that problem, because it's happened on the PS4 and it's happened on the PS5, which obviously their software is similar, but they're it's different hardware, so we shouldn't still have an error in the basic coding of that. You know what I mean? We shouldn't get bad data in those systems. It should be a little bit different at least. So anyway, any thoughts, any ideas on, and again, trying to be positive, but if it's just something even if it's something as simple as put up a comment of, hey, it happened to me too on this date or on 2 different occasions and this was the outcome, or Ubisoft hasn't done anything, whatever it may be, at the very least maybe we can do something where we can put it up on Ubisoft's forums, and give others a chance to kind of voice it. My concern is just simply right now, I know and my friends know what happened to us, and the people that I know are doing that, but as a community and as a whole, it's not something that's being talked about. It was talked about the day that it happened as a mass situation, and they did something to fix it, essentially, I guess, with the server error. But now it's happening to people individually, and it's happened with everything from, I've had friends that hit blue screens, and to be honest, I don't really even see a lot of blue screens anymore. That rarely happens to me where I get a blue screen anymore. But I see a lot of times where my game will freeze when I'm switching weapons, especially. Didn't happen for that either. In this case, if you watch the video, you'll see my whole crew, and it's just from a few days ago, but my whole crew all of a sudden just lost connection to Ubisoft servers, and we were fighting we kept trying to get reconnected to Ubisoft servers, and when I finally did, this was my reward. I got logged in, and it asked me what experience I wanted to play, and boom, that's what it gave me. And who knows, Ubisoft may fix it for me, but that's not my concern. I'm not worried about just getting my guy fixed right here. To be honest, I don't even play with this guy anymore. I've been using this guy because I've been using him for PvP more than anything else. But I would certainly like to get that experienced guy back that's got everything, which is this guy right here. All the gear that I could want, everything else that I worked so hard for to have it back. But again, not my main concern. My main concern is I'm worried about the community as a whole, and us as a whole trying to get Ubisoft to fix whatever the issue is. So I'm open to any discussions, and again, quite honestly, I don't know any other way to have a discussion or to open up a discussion, or to get people talking about it, or give people a place to talk about it, because we tried on the Ubisoft forums. Ubisoft forums aren't very active for Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So you put a post up and you don't see a lot of people chatting back and forth about it. And Ubisoft may react to it. The guys on there are real nice, but they don't really do anything. It's awesome that he can receive he can retrieve his account now. EB's commenting up here that he had a friend who lost his first character. Ubisoft says they can retrieve his one of his friends lost his account, and Ubisoft says that they can retrieve it. Now here's the thing though, EB, does he already have his account back? And does he have his account back in full? Because Ubisoft has told me the same thing. He told me that they can get my guy back as long as there's not something overwritten on it, or as long as I didn't play on it, or something along those lines. I have a whole long list of chat with them. But under Ubisoft forums, if you go to Ubisoft forums, and that's just ubisoft.com, and then click on you can go to their forums basically, and go to Ghost Recon Breakpoint forums, go down to technical issues at PS4. You'll see, and I use my name, G6 Papa Bear, on there. You'll see where I've got a post up, and there's a guy named Foxcatcher I just had a conversation with. We're kind of wishing each other luck. He had it happen to him twice. The first time it happened to him, no problem. They got it back. He lost some of his stuff, but they got it back. Second time it happened, he said he's having more problems. And I've had other people that have talked up on other messages too, where they've said Ubisoft was able to fix it the first time, but then the second time they were like, they weren't able to push it through. So it seems like it's a pain in the neck on Ubisoft's side to go back in and fix our stuff. Which I can imagine, to go back into a single character and to restore him on the database and find his data from, a week ago or whatever before this all happened. In my situation, it's a little different. I actually went in and turned off the autosave feature. Every day or every night, whatever, your PS4 automatically uploads your game progress to the Ubisoft servers, so it's online on the cloud. And what I did was I turned mine off. You can go into your settings and game data save management, whatever, and it'll allow you to auto upload or force you to save your game data. So when you hit your you can see these game saves, by the way, if you go over to your little icon that shows Ghost Recon Breakpoint and hit the options button, it'll have a whole list. One of those lists says, save game data, or upload save game data, and you'll see on there that you have a choice. You can see where the storage is, and the date that it's saved on your console, and the date that it's saved online. And what I did was I turned it off so that the one that's on the system no longer automatically updates to the cloud. So my cloud save date is from the 23rd, which is the day before this happened to my account. And my console is actually saved from the 26th. So they should be able to go in no problem. Now, I've uploaded that save several times, including about an hour ago, and I'm still looking at character number 1. So, I don't know. Not sure what to say, and again, really just want to see, for the greater good and for everybody else, we need to find a way to put some pressure on Ubisoft a little bit, I think, to make sure that everybody's kind of taken care of, or give them a place to make this go a little bit smoother. And the thing that worries me the most, I guess, is that I've heard some conflicting reports. I've heard of people contacting Ubisoft and having no problem, and the person they get on the phone or chat or whatever gets them fixed and they get their account back. And then I've got a buddy of mine who talked to Ubisoft, and Ubisoft said, go pound sand. We can't do anything. It's not us, it's PlayStation. So he then went and called PlayStation, and PlayStation said, there's nothing we can do. It's Ubisoft. So he just gave up. We started a new character for him. And I'd like to try to fix that. I'd like to try to see if maybe if there's a better way to do it, and that's my hope with this video. Maybe because we can throw in the comments. I don't know. I'm up for ideas. Whatever anybody's got for ideas, I'm down to help any way that I can. Look, I am not a big streamer. I appreciate every one of my 223 subscribers. I hope everybody's enjoying the content that we put out other than this kind of stuff. I certainly don't have 5,000 people or 10,000 people, or I'm not a Willie B with, 30 or 40,000 people that subscribe, but so I have a small voice. But even so, I'd still like to use that small voice and try to help the community to try to find a fix. Because it's still fun, man, when you lose your character. You kind of lose that energy. So, sorry if this was a little longer or a little bit unstructured. It's just, as typical, it's just a, for me, it's just a little rant, I guess, to see if I can't help somebody. That's all. I just want to see everybody get happy, get everybody get fixed. Oh, thanks, Evie. I appreciate that, man. Oh, and don't get me wrong, too. I'm not jealous, and it's not anything like that. I do it for fun, and quite honestly, the reason I do it is because every time I want to stop do it, I get a comment like that where I see somebody really enjoys it. So I'm like, all right, hell with it. Let's do another stream. But this stream today, again, mainly is just because I really want to help, man. I want to see these people. I want to see people get fixed. See some of their stuff get fixed. What's your PS4 name, by the way, EB? You gotta send me a message or something. Because I get so confused with. You gotta bear with me. I'm not great with the multiple names and everything else. You definitely gotta send me a message on PS4 to let me know it's you. Because I'm always down to run stuff. So. Yeah, well, I don't always laugh. Sometimes we're struggling. We hit the struggle bus, and it's not so much of a laugh. It's a Captain Serious time. But I appreciate that. Anyway, on track with this thing. It is a situation, so hopefully we can. Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, we definitely got to play together, Manny. I didn't know it was you. We definitely have got to do something because what are we gonna do if everybody keeps getting their accounts deleted? Everybody knows I wouldn't create a chick character. Let that happen. We got to get fixed. So hopefully we'll find some kind of way to come around this. You guys let me know and keep me posted. Anybody want to put a comment up, I appreciate it. Let me know what you think we can do to try to get Ubisoft to take this a little more seriously, or at least give some of the guys that this is happening to a voice or a way that we can kind of get them organized. And I am completely down to help if anybody's got any ideas. Alright? Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Hopefully it helps.